Ringo Sparky here, and we're looking at Factorio. You can find it on Steam, and I purchased this way back when it was an early release. They have added and updated so much to it. It's really a great game, and they're just constantly tweaking it, making it look better, improving it. Always giving you like the bug fixes, the updates, and even from the moment it was released, I felt it early released, it was still very playable and very fun. Looking at maybe the difference here. Yeah, we don't want that. I would rather have just a free play. Um, Again, this is the intended way of playing. You have these scenarios that they've built out and changed over time. Um, Hot user scenario. We're going to look at that. We're going to go back to the free play because it's what I enjoy. I like to turn up on my resources max. The map is so large. It's not so much that it's a challenge to go find and get them. It's just that I would rather like to have everything in large things, so I just set up depots and then I'll move around outside or around those. Terrain, I don't need to change anything in here. Enemy, I do like to add the peaceful mode. It just makes it so that, you know, the little buggers here don't attack you, you know, little alien attacks until you start attacking them. And then on the advanced, we have not changed anything. There's pollution that's on, so that could strike and offend some of our guys, and then that could trigger everything too. So we'll have to be careful about that. But at the same time, there's just not much we're going to be able to do. We just have to be cautious. They'll build and grow and expand, and we are too. So we've landed. I actually like to harvest what resources you can off of your ship here. I don't think I have access to the pickaxe yet. We need to, I think, get steel for that. We just go around and kind of check some of the things here. I'm going to hit up the sound. Double check on that to see if there's any audio. Not sure. There we go. I'm going to say we should have some audio. It's not really that great or anything, but it'll still let you know that things are happening, that you're under attack, pop-ups kind of stuff. And then it has this mysterious sound that plays. So yeah, I just like to come and get some of this stuff here. It's right here. We might as well get it. And you can see that's basically giving us iron plate. Alright, from the beginning, pull out the map so you can kind of look at where you are, and water is actually going to be the key to the start because that's what's going to give you electricity. So, anything else close by is really nice. Having iron, and copper, that's really nice, just back to back there, that'll work. Plus we want to have coal and stone. Those will be needed. Coal will absolutely be necessary for us with the water, and the stone helps build a few things too. Alright, so let's get started on research. We'll just pull the first one, put that there, and forget about it until we really build. Out of our map, find the water, and we're going to want to set up, questionable whether it's stone or coal, but I'm going to put one, zoom down in on the stone first. I'm going to get a little bit of coal here to get this going, and then that'll pull some stone for us. Once we get, you know, a little bit, then we'll switch it over, and really coal is what we'll want to pull a lot more of. But we're going to need to make ovens and stuff, so that stone is going to be required. And from here, we're just going to build up a lot, kind of duplicating each individual process, and kind of the two main things that we have, or three. We need to build a chest, and there'll be a handful of things. Anyways, we put our coal in the oven to start working. The other thing which I just forgot, and I hope we're not too kind of are, is tree. So you need wood, and this is not going to be even close to enough. That's really going to hurt us. We're going to have to kind of find where the forest is, which looks like it may be over there, so we might have to be doing trips. Things aren't perfect, that's the point of it, even with high resources and everything. You know, you're still going to have to move and navigate and move all around. And you can kind of see how large this will get from what I can see to the mini map, to the mini map, to the map, to a zoomed out. Oh shoot, and I just lost ourselves there. Whatever, exit out and forget all about that. So back over here, this is our automatic driller, and I want to put a chest at the edge of it too, so that what it drills and puts up, it's pushing into it. We've got this arrow to let us know. There's a burner mining drill. I'll make up my own names for all of this. Either way, as that's going along, we can't just be waiting around and not doing anything. We're still going to need a ton more coal to start replacing that, and more wood and stone, so we can start building more of these burners, or these drillers. So I like to get somewhere, you know, 8 or 10. This at least gives you a moment of some peace. And you can drop it in. I press shift, so I auto got it down in there. All right, let's pull out the stone, what little bit it has there. I did not use my quick. And use E to get into our crafting window here. What was I think? Oh yeah, the driller, the miner. We go for another one. We're actually going to need processed iron plates here. So, really for that thing too? Huh. So we're like one short actually. So what we're going to do is put, gotta just start crafting and drilling. We've got to get these built up is what we have to do, and then we have to get electricity. That will help with, once we get some of these. We need to find some more. Is there more from the crash site here? I don't really think so. I think we got most of it. So we'll probably just have to switch it over and keep switching it around after we've got stuff. So what's in here? That's more than enough. Let's take this. Let's take this. Am I happy with my coal amount? 15 is enough. Let's go down here and start getting some iron plates. So I just pressed Q and that came up like that. Go back into E though for everything else. And we load this up with coal. It's going to now start pulling iron. Oh, we did something wrong though. What I need is this placed here first. So right click to pick that up. Oh, there, right click to pick that up. Put the, we need, and I don't want to use wood. So what we have is the miner pushing into an oven. And we're about to fill the oven with some fuel here. We can always figure out what it kind of needs. Like I said, I can get to 10. You can see the bar below for your progress. It should kind of, at least tell you what fuel, and then you come down here and it'll show you what can be used for fuel. We don't want to use the wood because it burns quicker and we don't have as much of it. So now you can see we're starting to create plates. So there'll only be so many that can be stored in here, but for the time being this is making plenty for us to get ready to make another miner, so that we can duplicate the same process on all of our resources right by us. And this will all be done by coal, so it'll all have to be manually done in a sense. We can automate it, but by the time we can automate it, we can improve things, so it's not really worth automating. What's worth automating is just the coal itself, or the process of getting that, which is actually what I like to go to as my very next one to establish. Where are you? I'm staring right at it. Looks like we can actually build 2 of them, so go ahead and build 2 crates. These are going to get our first couple things out of the way. So, where... Actually, I'm going to put this one here. The closer to everything else, the better for movement. Q to put it away. I don't have any resources, so mine some more. And this you won't have to keep mining coal for long because we're basically setting up the miner to mine not only enough for itself, but enough for others. And we'll amplify that process as we go through. So there we go. It'll basically start creating its own ore, even though we'll have to put it in, or coal, even though we'll have to put it back in. Oh, it's on me. I still didn't take it away. You can press R to rotate it as well, and you can check what you're putting on. See right there, it's mixed, and then right here, it's just stone. Okay, go back, put our box. I know I'm going quick. I apologize for anybody, but most people, you can kind of figure this out or have already gone through this. For me, it's kind of a build and to show you how I build and kind of how efficient I am. And I'm much faster in the beginning. I start to stall out and take more time, especially as I just talk about the process of what I'm doing. So yeah, it needs coal. So we can actually kind of cheat in a sense, not real cheating, but then just take what we've already produced and throw that up here. Now, unfortunately, this is not going to be, well, this really either won't be able to replenish, but we can always just go right in here and then just push right back so that we build ourselves up and it's not, it doesn't really deplete itself. Okay, so let's come back down here. More plates. Should have enough stone. Let's build another miner. And what we might not have enough of, I have to check, is some wood. This, though, I would rather actually build out of iron. We have enough extra plates for. Save the wood, and the iron is bigger. The iron chests are bigger, and we're not actually going to need right now. But they'll hold more, which is very important when it comes to our copper or our iron anyways. So I kind of like the process right there, because I'm going to try to put these things as close to each other as possible. And that's not what I needed. What we really needed was the stone furnace. So we'll put the furnace right next to it, and it'll get pushed right into there. And we can take our coal, and to split it in half, we can hit Control right click. And then here we can hit Control click to send it, Control left click to send it in, or Shift left click. Shift or Control will matter more when we're dealing with the chests where we want one stack or a whole group. We'll see that later when we actually start building up more. I want to pull a few pieces in here so it just shows that I could possibly have enough on me if I want to build something. Pull a few more off. And then now is probably a good time to actually check some of your coal levels. I like to start the process off with first filling up my actual miner there so it does not run out. Then in a little bit of time I'll start pulling to each one and moving to each one. In the meantime, we want electricity set up, and you could have chosen to do this kind of I think even before, well, not really, because you'll need to, not really. Okay, so what we next need is to get electricity going. First we'll need an offshore pump. Where do they hide? Do we not have it yet, or is it somewhere else? Oh, come on. Offshore pump. A boiler. And I prefer 2 steam engines. We don't have enough. We need more iron. That's fine. Since we have these few pieces, what we can do is throw them right in there. Alright. I don't think we can build that boiler yet, though. Raw material. Still missing 31 plates total, I bet. What do we have? 29. We need 2 more. Oh, and now we have a problem that is out. So either way, up my boiler. We're going to set that up and do our rounds. You can choose to skip stone since it's not as important. but still is. I would only skip stone maybe once every other round. So let's put half into the miner and then the other half into the furnace. This way they both stay relatively equal and full. That's just the process I like to use. Tons of stuff there. I was going to go drop off the stone, but I would rather just pull it on, and a nice even 50 is a good amount. Weight won't really be an issue. Okay, before we go off to do electricity, there's two things. We're definitely going to want a decent amount of copper, I believe, just to be safe for our electric lines, our telephone poles. Or maybe they only need, no, yeah, it needs wood and copper, okay? And then, yeah, wood is the other thing. Find our water. I actually was coming down here to find water, but these are big stone things that we could also hand smash to get some rocker stone. Here we go. Yeah, with my layout, I'm going to be quite conservative on wood, just because it's a good beginning resource, but you'll move past it. And I think I'm mainly going to be using it for pole lines. And it has a bunch of little tips and tricks for us over there too. Okay, offshore pump. Let's find a location that's good for this. And I want one kind of, I'm thinking which way I want. I think I want it facing this way. Let's go here. Zoom in a little bit more so we can figure out our spacing. Then what we need is a boiler, and I do prefer, but you don't have to. Yeah, next to it. We need to get coal into this though, and that is the one thing I'm thinking about. Oh, we have that. I don't think done right. Oh, no, this will work. Okay, yeah, it's always weird about the spacing, and it always takes a moment for the spacing. So we need the pump. Now we have our boiler. The boiler's what heats everything, and then they go into our steam engines. So we put, and I like to just use 2. Oh no. So it's giving me some terrain difficulty. That's also another thing, that what I meant about keeping an eye on everything, because it gets weird with the spacing. Because I came out here, but then it's like I rotated, and you'll see in a moment why I do it like this once I set up my coal to automate it all. All right, on top of this, oh, I didn't grab any coal. Let's go back, and in the meantime, I'm going to create a bunch of telephone lines. I think if we hold shift and hit it, we can do all. 12 probably not going to be enough, actually. Let's hit that coal. We have a ton of it now. So what I really want to do is hit that and then hit. Yeah, I was trying to find a decent way to get that, and I just kind of screwed it up. So we'll work at that, work at that. So now we did iron, we did this. It's super low. Good thing I just checked on it, put it right back in. All right. From here, we're going to take another look back at the pump here. And I didn't grab any extra coal. I think I'm forgetting about a run button right now, but oh well. A lot of keyboard shortcuts. If you feel you know any that are very important, add them in the comments. Me or anybody else are always willing to know about them. There are a bunch here, and through the system you can go and learn them, but it's always great to just have more resources for everybody to always look around. And I tend to forget a bunch of them, especially when I step away. Okay, so we are heating up water. We have our fuel in there. The last thing that we need is like a telephone pole, or an electric pole to send the electricity out. And let's actually try to move this up and above so that I can just guarantee it's out of the way. But we also want to make sure that we're hitting both of them, and may as well hit both of them with one rather than two. Alright, and I'm hoping that'll work here, and then just keep moving them down. We don't exactly know where we're going to fully need them yet, but I like to keep it one in a straight line. And then we'll start building some stuff somewhere maybe around here. That might even been one extra. We'll hold off. Alright, so now we have electricity to use like an electric mining drill right here, which we need more more iron, and to get more iron we need more coal. So what I also want to do, throw that, oh shoot. Okay, the mine has a little bit. That's what I was looking for. What I want to do now is actually make another miner, because I want to double up on our coal here. It's going to take twice as much coal now, and you could put this up so you can get 4 around if you want. For now, I'm just going to start with 2, and then we may move it all. But that's going to help boost up my need for it. Yeah, I figured that would be out, but stone is not huge important yet, but you want it going because you will end up definitely going through a lot of it soon. Alright, let's double check. I'm pretty sure we have more than enough iron on us. That should do good for the copper. So now let's look at these electric miners. Yeah, all 3. This will work out perfect. 1 for coal, 1 for copper, 1 for iron. So we'll just work our way up. We have the furnaces for the 2, and the other we're going to do something special, which will be nice. And we do have logistics, so that'll help as well. But maybe before that we may actually get into a little bit of research, because I want that too as soon as we can to start unlocking stuff. Okay, electric miners. Let's start with placement of the first one. I don't even want to move things. We'll just keep them rotated. It's going right in here. I want this on my quick bar so we can just keep pulling it nice and easy. And then this will probably be, no, let's go. It always annoys me when I get off-centered slightly like that, so we'll just go right here. And that'll start pushing things in. What we want as well then is an arm, and we should have yep, this one, which consumes electricity. And let's see what's covered. So there's no spot of that will cover. That should cover just fine. So what we'll have set up, I'm doing this slightly weird, but it's just to get things going. And our iron box, and there we go. So now we have automated the process of copper. Really should have done iron first, but iron is right now. And we'll get this going too. Could have. I guess. There we go. I thought I had another hand. We'll make another hand. You'll always need tons of these. But there's a little bit of a change as you evolve them up, but having a few on hand at any time is just always smart. We needed one more iron plate to make an iron chest. Now we can make another one, because that is absolutely necessary for the copper and iron that we're about to do, or that we are doing now. So at this point we can even pick these. Yeah, I'm actually going to pick them up. We really don't need them. Electricity is doing the trick, unless for some reason you can't do or deal with electricity properly. Then you could still have them there, but we'll do our own issue. Instead, yeah, 4 of these. And I'm hoping, there we go, to get them all in the same area so that you can put a box right in the middle. And then we'll just give 25, or roughly 25 to each one of them. There we go. Oop, I didn't hit it. There it is. So that'll build up. And then now we'll basically build it up 4 times faster. And it's going quite quick. Move that a little bit over here just to finish off that. All right. So we have electricity. We're up and we're running. And things are moving, which is nice because now we don't have to mine anything. I don't have to say anything, but we don't have to mine stuff right now. It can do it for us. So, on that note, I really do think the next thing will... Oh, no, I know it is very important. Next thing is maintaining our electricity. So, let's go check out how much is used. Yeah, it's pretty low. And now I want to think about, so probably actually in the wrong spot. Let me see. Actually, we're going to just max that out because we're going to need these, and that's what's going to bring, yeah, of course they are. That's okay. We'll just do this. We can always just get creative. And then, oh, shoot, no, that won't work. We'll do it like this. We just hold it down and we can just move in that direction. That's fine, we'll move it up and we're gonna do the electric miner of coal for this. We're also gonna build one. Always short. Should have known because we just used all of it up to build that. So we'll go through a lot more iron at first, it seems like, than copper. So you may want to build up more. I'm just using one to kind of demonstrate and to get the process moving along. Building more may help or may just make more time in certain stages of your development. Up for you to decide. What am I trying to do? Build a hand. There it is, and it should be close enough, so now it's going to pull stuff off that belt and put it in here, primarily the coal, which will work really nice for this. So, we should have more. Let's build the rest. We're going to need at least, no, we're going to need a lot more than 9. We have to put that miner like right over here, as close as possible. That is the other problem, that just because our miners don't need coal does not mean that our furnaces don't. We'll just throw a full one right there because we need this to go. We can't have it stalling out. Check that, it's probably getting low. We'll use about half. Oops, I did too much. I did control instead of shift. Alright, anyways, back to our miner. Move this around. We want to make sure that it's only going to pick up coal. I don't want anything else on this belt. So from there, let's establish our electricity. Works, and then our road. Let's see, we can just have it push right out onto the belt because we don't need it processed or moving, and get our turn. There we are. So that is now going to make sure that our electricity never goes out, theoretically never goes out. We have plenty of water from there and plenty of heat to heat it up. Steam electricity. We're rocking. Now we just expand, and when we expand, we do it so that it's large scale. We scale up, basically. And you'd think, oh, it'll be no problem. We scale up. It's just like redoing everything. But scaling up will present its own little problems and uniquenesses, unique issues. But what I'm really liking is it's almost even split right here, so we can kind of do it back to back. But we don't want them on mixed land because that will, we don't want mixed ores going into our belt, our processing. And I'm starting to think this will be really good. Shoot it off here into a bunch of can't even think of it, furnaces, and then shoot it downward and run everything downward. It'll be hard to say, well, let's get a little exploration. I don't want much, but as long as we can somewhat get a straight line, that's really necessary. And we can always curve it if we need, but okay, yeah, this is looking really, really good. So, what we're going to need to do now is just a ton of miners and furnaces, which does mean we need to make sure we're starting to pull a lot of coal. Like, even this is not enough. We'll probably want, we'll probably want 1 to 3 more of these setups going. Pull any coal there. I do have enough. Okay. And yeah, the other important thing is we're going to want a lot of stone for all of that. So this being full will be more than enough, but we want that on the better part of 3/4, half to 3/4 probably, depending on how large you go. Okay, so from here, let's start gathering our resources. It's really iron. No, from here, let's duplicate. Let's duplicate iron, because I like to have a little backups going on too, from our mass production and our small production, if you have space and resources to do so. This way I can run around with hand manual stuff, and I can have fully automated stuff. One more of those, one more of those, one more of those, and that should be everything that's needed. So let's kind of move backwards. Oh, I already lost it. Let's kind of move backwards from here. Arm will work. And this should, actually, we can put it right here so that it's got on the same power. Alright, so now we just need coal for that, and that will double our iron. Throwing it down in there and not kind of caring because I just want it. And it's not even I want, I need. Okay, and then at some point too, we'll have to go and double or triple this up too once we start laying down all of these miners. So, first, just let's. No, first, let's build a lab. And 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If not 20. You could do that too. It would have been smarter though to actually do the gears first, make this process take a fraction of a second less. But either way, and that's going to help us start research. We want that almost as soon as possible. So I like to do it about this phase right here once I have electricity. And I'll put it next to kind of wherever I'm working currently. But eventually I'll move it to kind of mass produce itself as well. Okay, so right here, that's a good spot. It's got electricity. Oh, I don't have all 10 of those made yet. So automation, yeah, it takes 10. That's why I want to have 10 right away so we can get this, and that'll start making things for us, which will greatly increase our time in making stuff like roads and even all of the potions for this thing. So that'll help, in a sense, automate itself. We'll have to tweak on some nice systems for that to work, but we should be able to get it. So, all right, we have 10. Yep, there we go. It's in the spot. It's gone. It's working. We'll forget about it. Back to our miners. We used up stuff. We have to go back and have more. Even a third one if you want here. Just you're going to need it, but we'll do iron first, mass production wise, so we can just get that pumping out, and we'll do something to kind of build off a little side resource. I like making side resources that take time and space, but I like it when I'm running around and I don't know what I want to do. I then have some stashed resources to play around with. And that'll all become obsolete once we have the little robots, the logistic robots, but until then, we're on our own. All right. Not close to enough. What do we have? How many now? Ooh, 4. Can at least get 5. There we go. Working on all 5 of those, and it'll go and see, now it's smart. It'll do everything first and then do that. Maybe it's because I clicked on each one individually rather than have them all done together. So go down here, you can see we just might have missed the arm, but in a moment it'll probably move too. And then pretty soon here I'm going to duplicate this because I know we can look at any electric pole, left click there, and see what our usage are. And we don't have an issue at all. We're very low on the amount we're producing compared to using, so it's awesome. Oh, and it'll show us a little, basically show us what's consuming everything in their numbers, so I'm not too worried. 4 arms, 4 miners. Oh, that's about to blow up here in a second. So you can just go down the list of whatever you want. I like to actually strategically use a few things. First, that'll help get the ball rolling on the rest of your building and everything. And actually logistics or steel probably is really what you want right away. Let's just hit the logistics first. And again, we're going to have to ignore it because I don't want to manually produce stuff for it. All right, let's go. That miner is telling me it's time to go around and fill everything. So first we take care of those. Yeah, and make sure, I was like, wait. Make sure that over here, all we need to take care of are the furnaces. And then let's go take care of our stone. And that should take care of everything that we have to do manually. Keeping a list of what needs to be done manually is a little annoying, but you're at least still there. Automation on that is going to be fun. I don't even like the place that I located it at either. Alright, so we have our miners. Let's try to look out for space. I want these, I think, all just facing upwards. Yeah, and we'll start about here to get everything. Yeah. And we're just going to put these next to each other. We'll run the telephone pole wiring behind them. I want to figure out where that needs to come down from. Basically there. Running over. Let's go down one more before we run over. And I'm still going to have to run that over. Yeah, these are a little annoying in the beginning because they have to be placed so close together, but you'll get better ones that go farther. Let's just try to see about getting the best spacing on all of these. Although it's totally not going to let us. And we're one short. Oh, we need more lumber. I knew this was going to be problematic, but it's okay. It's the point of it, moving around to get resources. You're pretty lucky to start most times in a decent starting location, is in having like copper, iron, and coal and water usually somewhat close by, or some order of those. Throw in rock, but like there have been a lot of times where I might not have a lot of rock close to me, or might not have a lot of wood close to me, or maybe iron, coal, or ore. Iron, copper, or coal might be a little further away than the other two. That's also why I bump up the resources to max. I don't want to play with all that. Just give me my resources and let me enjoy the game. Alright, spacing those out. Now, here it is questionable on how you want to do it. You can either run them directly into furnaces and then out, but that usually means that you're going to manually do the furnaces, or you can run all the ore somewhere and have it pull from a furnace. And I think that might be what we will do, is we'll run some furnaces and stuff. We're going to have to get an upgrade on this to run through here too. This is a little annoying based on the way I want it to go, which was like out here and then down. Alright, we need a lot more iron. We have a new hand. Oh, perfect, because we're going to need this when it comes to the coal, actually. I guess there's a trick where we can put the iron ore and the coal on the same, and that works. That could work too, actually, and maybe save us a little, save us having to use those red hands. I like them, but I don't. Mostly because they're too slow once you upgrade. Alright, what do we want? We need more iron. Let's pull some copper. Oh, shoot. Let's hit shift on building that. And it's mostly just to do a lot of those, and then I'm going to cancel it. Oops. And then just grab like 15 of these or so. Because that, I think, will get us to the next level. I might have done one extra. Oh well. And then this way I'm crafting something while I'm looking and planning and figuring out. I'm also going to need... Yeah, I need to get one of these down and ready to start mass producing things for me. It's just going to mass produce everything. Alright, I'm holding off on that because this is what I need on the ground first here. Okay. I want to put this somewhere that's out of the way, but I can still get to it. Guess right here will work. First thing is I need... Can it do this by itself? It's going to want both. So let it just do this first instead. And throw, I think you can throw, oh no, just 100 into there. And let it produce itself up. Because we're going to need tons and tons and tons of those. Get those going again so that I keep working on that. That's going, which will eventually end up just being like road pieces, because I want to automate that. I can already tell I'm slowing down on my process here. Trying to replan and structure it in a different environment, a different layout than I've moved before. So yes, where is it? Let's get that. I know I'm going to need all of those once my potions are done. So, oh, am I going to have enough? 14. I'm going to have more than. Oh no, I'm going to have just enough. All right. So yeah, I might as well hang out here. Drop those. course, I should have just grabbed some from here. 'Cause look at that, it's already done now. And you can't fill that too much. It'd almost be worth putting its own system together here with a miner and a furnace. And then even possibly a chest as well, so you can just bank on it. We'll do that soon enough. I just want to kind of move along here right now and get these few automated. So let's go. Yeah, let's go right to where we would dead end and move it upward. Yeah, move this upward quite a bit actually. And then think about how this is going to have to go. This and furnace. So let's build all the furnaces we can and all the hands that we can, because I know we're going to need them. Still doing pretty good on the amount of coal we have. And the 4-on-1 chest is working really nice. Just going to take a couple of these. I don't want to take all of them. Maybe half would be fine. Logistics should theoretically work out on its own. Alright, so now I'm going to need double the amount of arms though because of this. Oh well, they're probably going to be the same either way depending on whether I do it early or not. Oops. We're also going to have to depend upon output. So, let's see how many of these I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Because if our output isn't working well enough, then just a few of these will, it's not even output, our ratios. The first few will take it all and the rest will never get back to the end. But we'll figure about that later. I like to just do these all even and equal so that you can repeat it and also fit things like can I make more electricity in through it as well. Figure out how to do that. Let's get all the coal that we possibly can. And I think we can keep it out, run down, filling all of these. No, we have to hold, I think, control while we fill these. Yeah, there we go. Control, move, and left click, fill those all up. So they're good. Next are the power lines. I guess let's just start from here. And cleaning up your power lines is very important. I rarely do it, but you're eventually going to have to because you just want to build better and more efficient designs. That worked absolutely perfect. Oh, I missed that one. Just trying to push it, but I have to keep it evenly spaced. That's what I was just talking about. All back down. Oh, kidding me? Can I move those one over from where they are? I don't think I can. That's the fun thing about those small ones. Where'd my arms go? Here they are. And then we'll put them all on a road. I can rotate things properly. Oh, look at that, just enough. All right, let's fit with here. All right, now that's putting it all on our belt, and it's going to go crazy unless we actually have a destination for it. I believe we can use F to pick up what's on the belt, so we can run up and pick those things up. But ultimately, we're going to want to keep this stuff moving. We have to keep this stuff moving, or otherwise it's just going to stop. On top of that, we need to get the coal in here. And I think I have a nice idea of how we're going to do that too. Just kind of like we did over there with the boilers. Okay. Re-up on our iron. Oops, I did not grab all of it. Do what's closest. Build our miner. Let's see. We won't even need an arm for this actually, which will be super nice. But alright, just build a ton more of those. We'll use them up. Miner goes down. Let's run some electricity up to it. Oops, that's not the right one. And some road out of it. So here's where things will get interesting. Same path right there. Oh, that's why. Okay, perfect. I did get that right. And it depends on where we're going to do this ultimately, but that should work. And then this way, iron will be on one side, coal will be on the other side. They won't actually mix and mingle. Even though they'll be on the same belt, which can be annoying, there's still proper ways to pull them on and off. And I like to try to do what best I can for two on a belt because it will save space and possibly arms or time as well. But you do have to be also in the sense cautious about it. And we could double these up, move them around so that it gets doubled up as well. And we may have to with just the sheer number of what there is. But for now, I'll try to get an idea of how this is going to work. And maybe I will run it this way instead. I do kind of like the concept and the idea. How well do things look? It could be the same either way. Oh, that I actually have cliffs right down there, so maybe we try to go that way instead. I want it low so that there's plenty of space to go up high. I'll figure it out, but I think somewhere down here a little bit lower so that we can move things. Go here. We should have new logistics. No, we're short on our logistics for some reason. So we probably need more of that red potion. So let's just take. I know I didn't put stuff in because it was taking too long. So while we're waiting for more, I think I'm going to stand like right here and hold F so that it just keeps feeding it into me. This will help open up some of those other stuff. And we can also keep an eye that once we open up everything, our resources getting all the way back. And it does not really look like it. It looks like the max it got was 8, but even at 7 it was kind of, well, there should be 10. 10 and 9 are not getting touched at all. 8 is barely, I wouldn't say it's efficiently, but it is getting stuff. And actually 7, I think, is having to wait longer than it needs to as well. Doesn't quite look like it, but it is. I think it can move a little quicker, and that's not counting the slow resources that I have on there. But where is power usage is only about half-ish, depending on how things are working, so we're pretty good. It'll be a while before, it won't be too long. Still be a minute before I need to, although I should probably keep an eye on it. And with all of this extra iron that I'm getting right now, because it is nice and fast, let's get an offshore pump, a boiler, and 2 engines made so that we're all good. We're also going to need, let's get a set of this, and then we may need 1 of these. I have an extra, I forget. Also, okay, now go back up. We'll do the logistics and we'll just set up our steam engine early so that we're prepared and not running out of power. Okay, let's take that and switch over to the red potion and throw down what it needs, which is not close enough, but it'll still start crafting those by itself. And we go over here to find, oh, we didn't need the offshore pump, oh wow. So the boiler, but we have to give it a space because of the telephone electric pole. So we have our spacer in, and we have our 2 steam engines, and they should work off the same pole, so we're fine. And we'll set up here 1 arm. We'll probably even just use that, so we don't have to do anything else. Yeah. Oh, significantly faster. I didn't think it moved that fast. And yeah, okay, so yeah, now I don't even have to actually worry about getting another piece of road or, you know, figuring out something there. That works. You can even have 2 hands, just hand it to each other, but it's completely useless and more a waste of time. Alright, I was thinking hopefully it would only be 5, so let's throw those in there and see what happens. Like I said, we want to automate that soon, if not about now, so that at least red potions are going through, because the last thing we really want to have to worry about is our research. If that can just be done, at least in the basic steps like red and green, almost automatically, it's really good. Then we can just pick things and keep moving on. And that's honestly kind of more the whole idea of everything else anyways. Yeah, I don't have my logistics stuff. So let's go back into miners and let's start with copper. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you know what? Just let's go ahead and add the rest of them. The more the merrier. After that, we're going to need all the furnaces. So we're going to have to double check and look at this. We may have to break some things off because I'm worried about the belts not backing up like they are, but just not really like being empty or so, or not making it all the way. Whatever, we'll figure that out as we scale up more. The next thing I wanted to go up was pick up stone, because like I said, we're going to make the furnaces. I just want like that much stone, I think. Alright, so move on to the next one. Let's get some steel out of our way. That needs 50, so let me make sure this is still going decently. And grab 10 and throw that over there so that it goes. So much happier when we have the electric furnaces. So we should have our logistics stuff. So we have our undergrounders and our splitters. Splitter was really what I wanted. Wait a minute, where'd they go? I can't make any more, jeez. Oh, that's right, I'm still going on the miners. I thought for some reason I'd finished that, but I guess not. I was still missing all the chips, and the chip is another very important thing we're going to have to jump on really soon. If not, kind of start now having one of those go. But we'll build that up. we'll build that up over here, because really it's going to be the roads and the chips. And the chips will then lead into the hands. So like it's roads and hands, and I think those makes our green potion and gets a lot of the foundational stuff just automated for us by that point. So we'll see how quick if we can get there here. Let's just check over how our potions are doing, and I'm okay in a sense with the manual process that I have to do on some things, but I would really prefer to make it almost nothing. So we could definitely get this automated really just by moving this down here. Actually, yeah. Let's just fix that right now so we don't have to worry anymore. And then where is it? Actually, I've learned from this before. I don't like to put it directly in, put things into a box first and then have it pull out from the box. Come on. Here we go. There. 2 hands. And then we can put this here. Good, there's space. Okay. Put our red potions there. Put our materials here. And then you can even do another box behind to make the raw material for the whatever. Why can I not think of what that's called right now? The gear. Either way, we're trying to get it done down here. I knew I needed more of those. And then we're going to start running it. The first thing we'll do is to kind of build up gears and walk pathways, the logistic belts. Okay, there they are. Good. Now we have that. Let's start kind of getting a pathway going on here, a highway, so to speak. And honestly, for now, for me, that's good enough. Let's get a couple of those made. 3. Let's do 4, but I think I'm going to do 2 sets of them. Then figure out how exactly I'm going to do that or want this. We'll see. Let's do another one. Oops, not that. These splitters cancel. Oh, whatever. Let it go so we have it. Okay. Come on, splitter. I'll use the splitter for this. I probably even could have started a little bit back further, but just in case I want to fix or mess with anything else. And then here we go. Okay. Now I take, where are they? Here we go. Oh, that was not fun trying to sneeze outward but breathe in before cough. It was weird. Okay. And let's just first see how this is going to work before we duplicate it. And we don't always necessarily want to make them longer because we just won't, the resources won't get to the end. Our factories, in a sense, will be too efficient to hit all the rest. Oh, no, I definitely am going to want like a ton more of those, I just know. Actually, keep everything as low. And try to figure... Oh, that will hit everything. Nice. And there we go. Okay, we're going to make these do our gears. And then we just need them to unload it as well. So that was overkill. Take those off. And I think I can get away with one there. Yes. So now we have those going. We want to bring them back on somehow. I might have wanted to move that up actually, because we want this to continue on going. We definitely want it to be 4, just because of the width of underground tunnels and everything and maneuverability. But what I would like is to get those on the belts, and I'm trying to think how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to. So, no, there should be a way. Oh, that is ugly and weird, but yeah, okay. It will work, but we're gonna need a lot more plates. So we'll just keep pulling them, and then we'll make a couple of these. Might as well just make 4. Oh, I think I have them now. All right, so I don't think I have to do this necessarily to all of them. So yeah, actually we just try to space this out then. Go down. Oh no. That's right, I didn't do this first. There we go. Oh, but how is it? Oh, okay, yeah. Now let's just see about these, the way these should work. I think I did them right. Perfect. And then those two actually don't even need to have them. Okay. So then this way, oh, shoot. Come on, what did I just do? Did I use up all my... I did. Let's just build some more. As you can see, we'll use enough of them. I like to get 2 lanes worth here, or stay in a spot where I can just, you know, get it all and not have to move. Okay. Keep that just flat. Oh, and then we'll repeat the process. Well, it looks like we can repeat the process as early as right here. And what was it? 1, 2, only 3. Wait, no, 1, 2, 3 in between. All right. Now let's try to see if we can do everything as smoothly as we did before. Should not have an issue. Some of our stuff is already built up for it. That extra splitter, because I might as well build one now. We'll probably use it down the road anyways. Okay. It might not be correct. And that's not gonna work this time either, since we put more on either. I don't think. Let's double check. Yeah, it would pull both up. Trying to think then if we maybe just want to go with our own line of gears as the 4th one. That may be better, actually. It's annoying, but it'll work. So, it's not annoying, actually. I think it'll work out just fine. So, It would actually just mean that, yeah, I won't need this either. Come on, where's my road? Oops, I don't think I clicked it. There we go. There we go. Puts all of that right up there. Puts that like that. Fix this. And then fix this like this. Okay. And that should be fine for the time being. Sit here and we can, come on, we can collect plenty. No, I think I still want a splitter here. So that some of this top will go to the bottom. I think it'll just help shift everything more around because we're jumping down to 3 here. You know, 2 going into, it's really not, but... Maybe I'm not. Oh well. Next thing is we should be getting the roads, right? Road just needs that and that. So we merge those 2 and pull them up. Man, I'm trying to decide if I mean I do. I don't know why I did that. I really do like the way I had it. Where the stuff was going. Man, oh, that needs copper now. Almost afraid to go up here to know what's going on, but since I'm going up here, I'm going to take care of that. Something's obviously short. There's that, and our copper. Ooh. There we go. Hit the right one. Same thing with here. Let's hit that. Now we should be able to be busy for a while. Because, yeah, I want to fix that again back to the way I had it. I see what I'm doing wrong. This thing is just throwing me off. Whatever. Fill in my gaps. Get my splitters. Take care of that right there. Now rotate to bring back everything. Ooh, do that. And then we'll readjust things to get this back on. Down, down. There we go. And now all of the jumpers. There we go. Okay. We put it back, and then even things are flowing evenly. Flowing through, meeting up. All right, looking good. So now space just to get a better eye on things. Let's make sure. Okay, I should be able to build 2 factories. We should have those. Let's try to keep everything at the same distance apart if we can. And I think this is what we're going to want. Tell you what, I can never have enough of these splitters. Alright, and then ooh. I have to move those one more down. Oh, I can't move them because I've there we go. So wait, road arm. Here we go. And the arm. As early. There we go. There we go. And our power lines. Nice. It jumps right over, and we match it over there with our 2 arms. This will end up jumping into a different spot. So make sure we have a tunnel. And some hands down, and then this guy. One slot. I feel like I'm going to want more. There we go. We'll do a 4x4 and hope that works. Well, I gotta set those things up to actually do something too, don't I? There we go. Make a few of those just to fill up. I like to keep my highway the same length all the way around. All right, this is a good spot to stop. We have really initiated a good amount. We have our iron plates, we have our gears, and we have our transport belt. Next time when we come back, we'll work on getting our copper in here, our coil, copper coil I think is what it is. Where are you hiding? Right there, copper cable. And then hopefully both the red and the green potion. But thank you very much for watching, and have fun playing games.